The Fischoff has an unbelievable reputation. It is the gold standard for chamber music contests, at least in this country.
It's the Olympics of chamber music. It truly is.
It is a stamp of approval that you can trade on in your career as a chamber group forever.
The purpose of it is to encourage young people around the country to play chamber music at the highest level that's possible.
If it's been here for 50 years and it's still going with like more talent coming in each year, it's like, this is a big deal, you know, this is like the big times, the majors.
It's a sort of cultural event, you know, to see all these young musicians coming together.
Across the world, it's the Holy Grail, you know, and the idea that that was born in South Bend is magical.
It was started in 1973 by Joseph Fischoff.
Joe Fischoff was this amazing human being.
Joe Fischoff makes me smile.
Joe is an astonishing fellow and a great South Bend man.
He ran a furniture store, but he also was an amateur violinist and was in the first graduating class at the Curtis Institute of Music in Philadelphia.
Went to Wharton School in Business.
But really his passion was music, and specifically chamber music.
He had a little pickup chamber music group in his house with himself and 3 other music teachers in town, and they came up with the idea.
And turned the Chamber Music Society into the Fischoff competition.
And he was definitely about education and getting people to hear this art form.
It really does take a village, and it takes leaders in the village. And I think principally it has been Tom, as a quartet player himself and as a really thoughtful cellist and pedagogue, molding every aspect of the Fischoff.
I came here with my quartet to be in residence at IUSB, and they got me involved, and I said, I think maybe if we did this and this and this, maybe some things would start changing. And somehow they did.
He brought in all these incredible jurors who were distinguished musicians and artists in their own right.
These are people who know music at a core level, but these are professionals, people who've dedicated their lives. And so it's important for them to be here to bring those gifts that they have to our young people who are playing in our competition.
The level of artistry is unbelievable. As a juror, it is an extremely difficult task that we all have on our hands.
Ann Devine was the executive director for 24 years.
She changed the whole Fischoff world. She was amazing.
I remember sitting down at my desk that first day and saying, what do you do after 3 days of a competition for the rest of the year? You can say all day, but these fabulous musicians come in from all over the place. It's the best in the country. And they're like, well, so what does it do for our community? And so the concept of residency was born.
It's so easy to forget how important music is, but you're always reminded the moment you get in the classroom and you see these kids' faces.
One student saying it was the first time she'd ever seen someone perform live, and I thought that was really eye-opening to me as a teacher. Just kind of assume that everyone has seen someone perform live.
Music can truly change a person's outlook on life.
Certainly the colleges and universities have been gracious to Fischoff from the very beginning, whether it was St. Mary's or IUSB for many, many years, and of course Notre Dame.
And the reputation grew, and they started attracting groups from the best music schools in the country, and they all wanted to come to South Bend.
I think one of the things that elevated Fischoff was coming to the DeBartolo Performing Arts Center.
It's a wonderful partnership. When they get here, they're absolutely gobsmacked by the facilities and the performance venues.
The hall is absolutely beautiful, and just when you walk up on stage to perform, it's magical.
Like, I feel very blessed to be able to come play in this amazing hall.
There's so many underrepresented composers, and they write so much good music that is often overshadowed by, you know, the greats.
If music is being composed, it needs to be heard, right? We want to be the leader in bringing new music to diverse audiences. And so we created this new prize called the Lift Every Voice Prize.
What Fischoff is doing with this Lift Every Voice Prize is amazing, to bring these pieces to light and give them a chance to shine.
The fact that this competition has continued to grow over these 50 years, that it's become such a staple of American high school and college, I think it speaks to something really positive in classical music education.
It is a milestone in any young chamber musician's life, doing this competition.
It's just so much more than a competition. It's just It's a legacy.
I wish Joe Fischoff could see 50 years later what he started. He would not be able to believe what's happened here.